On Global TV News Express, government denies compelled testimony over Mambila hydroelectric power project. Other business, Nigeria targets $79 billion export market expansion. Other forces saying President-elect Donald Trump arrives Washington ahead of inauguration. Other sport action-packed fixtures to unfold in Premier League, La Liga. Hello and welcome to News Express live on Global Television, coming to you from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Edikan Michael. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365, Star Times channel 276, and free to air on Nicomsat. We begin by informing you that the federal government has denied the claim that it compelled prominent Nigerians to testify in Paris for Nigeria in an ongoing arbitration proceeding involving the $6 billion Mambila hydroelectric power project. Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, issued that denial in a statement describing the report as fake news. Multiple reports had earlier claimed that Nigerian government forced the former President Olusegun Obasanjo, Muhammadu Buhari, and the former Minister of Power Babatunde Fashola to Paris to testify for Nigeria. And our Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture says that Nigeria's 2024 economic performance was unsatisfactory for the private sector, calling for economic reforms to address imbalances threatening the private sector in the country. The body explained that all data, metrics and statistics had confirmed that the private sector bore fully the negative burdens of the nation's current economic reforms, facing very harsh conditions including high inflation, increased borrowing costs and currency devaluation. Apart from that, the federal government has expressed its condolences to the government and the people of Niger State following the Saturday's petrol tanker explosion at Diko Junction in Garura local government area. Professor Natwe Iowata, Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, described the incident in a statement as tragic, noting that it claimed many lives and caused extensive property damage. Meanwhile, the death toll from the petrol tanker explosion at Diko Junction, Niger State, has risen to 86, while 55 people were injured and taken to hospital. The Director General of the Niger State Emergency Management Agency, Abdullahi Babara, said that as of Saturday, the death toll was reported at 70, with 50 injured. However, more corpses have since been recovered, and all have given a mass burial in Diko, Niger State. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has stopped an attempt by a 26-year-old nursing student Esther Onyechi Uzodima to smuggle 76 drops of cocaine to India. A statement disclosed by the agency's Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Bafemi, says Esther, a 200-level student at Noida International University, Uttar, was apprehended at Royal Park Hotel, Sadun Gari, Kano State, hours before a scheduled Qatar Airways flight to Delhi on 17 January 2025. And now, as regard to matters, Bello Turji, a notorious bandits leader, is reportedly on the run following a sustained military offensive targeting his camp in Fakai, Shirinka local government area of Zamfara State. Troops under the Operation Fasan Yama had reportedly launched a combined ground and air assault, dismantling the Choji's key hideout in Fakai following a series of successful operations in Zamfara, Sabunabini local government area state. And where multiple bandit camps, including the Zangon Dangwani and the Zangon Kagara Way, all destroyed. The police in Ondo State says it has apprehended 3 syndicates, 62-year-old woman and Sabira Ainkopu, Isiaka Lukman and Absul Lakman, allegedly specialized in child stealing and trafficking. Wilfred Folabi, Tati Commissioner of Police, say that the suspects were arrested after a case of missing child was reported at Okuta Lurin Division in Akure. Afolabi said 4 babies between 1 week and 2 months old and 10 children between 2 and 7 years were all recovered. Now, over 200 widows of fallen police officers in Imo State have received support from the Police Officers' Wives Association. The initiative, which included the provisions of a business equipment and food items, aims to help beneficiaries establish small-scale businesses to sustain their families. Our correspondent in Imo State, Amarachibe, has the rest of the details.
The president of the association and wife of the Inspector General of Police, Elizabeth Ebetokun, led the empowerment program in Owerri, Imo State capital. She highlighted the challenges faced by families of officers who lost their life in active service, calling for greater support for their welfare.
The initiative aims to provide not just financial support, but also skills and resources that will enable these remarkable women to build sustainable livelihoods and secure a brighter future for themselves and their families.
The chairperson of Power in Imo State, Jimaima Aboki, reaffirmed the association's commitment to providing sustainable empowerment for widows.
Back on this important empowerment initiative, let us take a moment and appreciate the unwavering courage and selfless sacrifice embraced by the police officers' wives, particularly the wife of deceased and injured police officers.
Some of the beneficiaries expressed their appreciation for the empowerment program.
I am so happy. I am so very much excited because of today's program, the empowerment, it makes me to feel happy. I am so happy.
I'm a teller. Since all this, I've been working under somebody, but now I thank God I will start my own.
I am a kunu seller. I used to go out and grind every day 1,000, 1,005, at times 2,000. But now with this my machine, it will help me to save some money to support my husband. Shall wipe away my tears.
The Power Employment Program have provided much needed relief to widows of fallen officers, offering them tools to rebuild their lives and ensure a better future for their families. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe reporting for Global TV News.
And our National Assembly, as the Joint Committee on Agriculture Production and Services, has reiterated its support for the National Agricultural Development Fund as part of its broader strategy to enhance the food security in Nigeria. The Executive Secretary and the CEO of NADEF, Mohammed Ibrahim, said in a statement that the reaffirmation came during the budget defense, where lawmakers pledged to strengthen the fund's effort in boosting the nation's agricultural sector. He noted that the legislators commended the fund for its significant strides in 2024, particularly in facilitating sustainable agricultural development across the country. Now, a federal high court sitting in Lagos has restrained the Federal Road Safety Corps from arresting vehicles with faded number plates. Justice Akintoye Alalu came at the order and also restricted the FRC from imposing any fine or punishment on any drivers for driving with a faded vehicle plate number. The court made the orders while delivering judgment in the suit filed by a legal practitioner, Chinwike Chamberlain, against the Corps. And now the Nigerian Immigration Service has issued an alert on the emergency of a new sector, Achad Live Mission International, which it says is neither linked to Islam nor Christianity, but preaches restoration of African tradition. This is contained in a circular dated 14 January 2025 and signed by the Principal Staff Officer to the Comptroller General, Dr. Dotun Aridebe. The service urged all its directorate, zones, training institutions, commands, and border formations to take note that the sect has its headquarters in Kaduna, while its leader, One Yankona, lives in Jos. You're watching a live broadcast of News Express on Global Television, coming to you from the nation's capital, Abuja, where News Express returns. President-elect Donald Trump arrives Washington ahead of tomorrow's inauguration. We shall bring you those details as well as that of business, foreign and sports stories right after this break. Please stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. And now to business news. The League of Northern Democrats has rejected the derivation formula proposed in the ongoing tax reform discussions, warning that it could deepen regional inequalities if not properly defined. The group commended the Nigeria's Governors Forum for endorsing a revised value-added tax sharing formula of 50% based on equality and 30% on derivation, and about 20% on the population. Away from that, the Federation account revenue has been shared to the federal government, state and the local government councils. This is according to a statement by the Director of Press and Public Relations Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, Bokwa Mokwa, saying that the revenue was shared at the January Federation Account Allocation Committee meeting here in Abuja. The communique indicated that total gross revenue of 2.310 trillion naira was available in December 2024, adding that the total deduction for cost of collection was 84.780 billion naira, while total transfers, interventions and refunds were 801.175 billion naira. Nigeria targets an export market of up to $79 billion through the expansion of our export capacity with African Continental Free Trade Area framework. Our Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke, said it is in a high-level roundtable on the country's implementation of Africa Free Trade Protocols in Abuja, featuring the Secretariat Secretary General, Wamkili Wemeni, approved President Nigeria's participation in the development of Africa Free Trade and the leadership in the implementation of the trade agreement. Now moving to the foreign scene, Donald Trump has landed in Washington ahead of his inauguration, with the billionaire Republican set to attend a series of events and celebration before reclaiming the presidency. Trump, who arrived with his wife Melania and all the family members at Dulles International Airport, headed to a private event, including a fireworks show at his golf club in Virginia outside Washington. We shall continue to bring more update from United States of America. Away from that, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says that ceasefire scheduled to commence on Sunday by 8:30 a.m. earlier today will not take effect unless Hamas provides a list of hostages to be released, with the militant group saying that the delay was due to technical reasons. Now, the Prime Minister instructed the IDF military that the ceasefire, which is scheduled to take effect at 8:30 a.m., will not begin until Israel has received the list of released hostages, as Hamas has committed to providing, Netanyahu's office said in a statement. Impeached South Korean President Yoon Suk arrived at court for the first time to attend a hearing that will decide whether to extend his detention as investigators probe his failed martial law bid. Yoon, who has claimed his arrest is illegal, threw the nation into chaos on December 3rd when he attempted to suspend civilian rule, citing the need to combat threat from anti-state elements. South Korean court will hear whether to extend the detention of the impeached President Yoon Suk after investigators arrested him. And also, U.S. President-elect Donald Trump named controversial movie legends and long-standing supporter Sylvester Stallone and Jon Voight as special envoys to Hollywood in a bid to make the entertainment industry stronger than ever before. The trio of stars, who has 10 Oscars nominations between them and 3 wins, stand out in the teams who own breaking ranks with the bulk of their colleagues who have long leaned to the Democrats. But all the three are as famous for their personal lives as their politics, and two like Trump have been in various serious scraps with the law enforcement. Russian strikers killed 4 people in Ukrainian capital Kyiv, and officials say that the strikes in what the country's foreign minister called a heinous attack with the ballistic missiles left at least 3 more wounded, while a separate overnight strike on the southern city. And Kyiv is frequently targeted by Russian drones and missiles, but deaths are rare in the capital, which is heavily protected by air defense systems and better able to fend off attacks than elsewhere in the country. And after sport news, football fans are in a full treat today with the action-packed fixtures unfolding in both the Premier League and La Liga. In the Premier League, Everton will host Tottenham Hotspur at the Goodison Park in a highly anticipated clash. At the same time, Manchester United will take on Brighton and Hove at Old Trafford, while before Nottingham Forest will face Southampton at the City ground. Lionel Messi got on the score sheet as Inter Miami opened their pre-season campaign with a penalty shootout victory over Mexico's Club America in Las Vegas, and now Argentina superstar Messi headed home and Luis Suarez, who crossed from close range after 34 minutes to equalize for the Major League Soccer side after America had taken the lead through Henry Martin moments earlier. And back home here, Super Eagles defender Kenneth Omoro has dismissed the possibility of playing in the Nigeria Premier Football League again, instead expressing interest in scouting and developing new talent with the league. Allow the former Chelsea player shared his decision during a live expert session co-hosted with a fellow Nigerian international Wilfred Ndidi and Asisa Shola, along with a Nigerian journalist. And explaining his stance, Omoro cited the lack of a top-tier club in his hometown, Abuja. As to wrap up the News Express, let's take a look at our top stories. We had told you that the federal government has denied the claim that it compelled the prominent Nigerians to testify in Paris for Nigeria in an ongoing arbitration proceeding involving the 6 billion Abila power project. Now, Nigeria target an export market of up to $79 billion through the expansion of our export capacity with African Continental Free Trade Area framework. On the forum, we told you Donald Trump has arrived in Washington ahead of his inauguration tomorrow, with the billionaire Republican set to attend a series of events and celebration before reclaiming the presidency. On the sport, football fans are in for a treat today with action-packed fixtures unfolding in both the Premier League and La Liga. And as a package on Global TV News Express, a quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 Start Times, channel 276, and free to air on NICOMSAT. You can follow us across social media platform at Global TV NG. On behalf of the entire production team, we say thank you for joining us on News Express. We'll continue to track the news and bring you to speed. My name is Edika Michael. See you again.